that I was able to share with them in the spirit realm, and they were so beautiful. And I'm about to tear up now because those are the type of dreams and visions that you want to stay in and not return. But every situation is different, like how it leaves a hole inside of you. Still, get pregnant and have more babies. It doesn't erase the pain like that you've already been through, not just emotionally. With me, I battled with feeling broken. I used to feel broken as a woman, and that's part of it. Breathed and walked this earth. That crossed back over at young ages, because that's happened in my family too. Not a lot, but we've had situations where we lost the little ones, and his family. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Goddess B. Just Goddess B TV, where I just be doing my own damn thing. I had the most unpeaceful rest last night. Right now it's like 9 something in the morning, like not even quite 10 yet, but I've been doing shadow work last night. And for those of you who don't know what shadow work is when you basically go inward and you allow yourself to feel everything that traumatized you, everything that battered you, everything that hurt you in your life, and you feel those feelings and you sit with them. And the reason behind it is to strive to release it and let it go so you don't carry it with you. Forth in my mind about whether I even wanted to share this video with y'all. But I'm one who believes that our wounds help other people to heal. And even though I've been on a spiritual journey for a little over 4 or 5 years now, and I'm still healing and working on those things that trigger me, things that I carry with me, because everything is not perfect. A lot of people have this perception that spiritual people, we got it all figured out. Or if you don't think we got it all figured out, you think that we crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? For some of the type of things that we believe or live by. My shadow work comes a lot from womb trauma. The issue with humanity is when you're not of the norm, when you're not normal or like other women, you tend to be labeled as maybe not necessarily weird, but humanity feels like you are supposed to explain things, like explain why you don't have children, or if you don't have children, are you one of those women who are selfish, quote unquote selfish? Either you choose not to have them and just want to live your life and not give your nurturing spirit to a child. The ones who they just nosy as hell and want to know why you don't have none when you get to a certain age. Or you got the ones who you might even share like some of your hurts and pains with, and you actually tell them what happened or why you are this way, and then they want to know details. Like, and with me personally, in my younger years, I went through a lot with people trying to use my hurts against me, to try to hurt me, because that was the only thing that they could say, like, to bother me. And like, the older I got, it's been easier, like, to deal with, the slick remarks or, little things like that, because I'm more balanced within myself. I'm not going to say I'm all the way there, but I'm more balanced within myself to deal with those issues, because I try to find a silver lining in everything that happens. Part of my story is I've lost 3 children. No, they didn't get hurt. No, they weren't killed, or no, I lost them in my womb. And I won't get into specifics, but it happened twice when I was young, very young, like 19 years old. Some people have children way earlier than that. I'm not. With me, I feel like if a child comes, then it's a blessing. You know, some people are hurt, raped, and things like that. That's a different type of topic, and I won't touch on that, but I feel like all of them are blessings. And when they are not born into the earth realm, I feel like it's always a reason why. Either the spirit wasn't ready to come through, or either it wasn't supposed to be by the person you were with at the time, or maybe you had more lessons that you needed to learn, you know, before you had that blessing come through completely. You know, it took me a long time to really find peace with it, and I'm still striving to do that at certain times. You know, I will say that a lot of times when I'm going through my monthly, my menstrual, my period, whatever you want to call it, I get very emotional. And a lot of times it triggers those things inside of me. And no, I'm not dealing with that right now. It was a conversation which led me to dig deep into those traumas and the things that bothered me. You know what I do have a desire to be a mother of children on the earth realm, even though I feel like I am a mother already. I'm a mother to hundreds of children, whether they're my actual biological kids that went back to the spirit, or little cousins and friends' children, and they gravitate to me in my spirit. I have a nurturing spirit, but at the same time, I do feel like I'm a mother in all of those aspects, because a lot of the elders will say it takes a village. And I wouldn't say that my place in the village is to be a mother to other people's kids, but it's more so I have things to teach them as well, that it might be something that I say to them, or a little conversation that I have with them, and they remember and carry my message with them throughout their little years, you know what I'm saying, until they get older and they're adults. But I just said all that to say I am going to be a mother of a child in the earth realm. Our one will come first, but I've been shown my children, even the ones that cross back over to spirit. I saw them. I spend time with them in my rest. They used to visit me a lot. Like, I've had celebrations that I was able to share with them in the spirit realm, and they were so beautiful. And I'm about to tear up now, because those are the type of dreams and visions that you want to stay in and not return. And I had so much peace when they used to visit me in my rest. I don't know where they are now. Maybe they're on different missions. Maybe they're flying with their great great granny. Maybe they're flying with their uncles, or maybe they're flying with their cousins, the ones that were here, that breathed and walked this earth, that crossed back over at young ages, you know? Because that's happened in my family too. Not a lot, but we've had situations where we lost the little ones, you know? And that's not nothing easy. I used to try to compare my hurts and my losses to other women, like, but every situation is different. SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. Some are stillborn. They go the whole 9 months, and then they come into the world already still. You know, I can't even fathom that type of pain, and my heart goes out to all of y'all women who've been through any sort of loss, because the people who haven't dealt with it, they can't empathize with you. They can listen and try to offer guidance and support, but the reality is, if you haven't felt that type of pain, then you wouldn't know, like, how it leaves a hole inside of you. Say, well, you can have more, you can still, you know, get pregnant and have more babies. It doesn't erase the pain, like, that you've already been through, not just emotionally, but physically, you know. Physical pain comes behind it too, but it's more so with me. I battled with feeling broken. I used to feel broken as a woman, and that's part of the reason that sent me on my spiritual journey. I had moments where I didn't feel like a woman because I felt like I kept messing up the one thing that I was designed to be able to do. And I didn't try to find any depth behind it. I wasn't thinking about the people who planted seeds inside of me. I wasn't trying to break down the layers of they just weren't supposed to be the ones, who I received that blessing from. I just wanted my child, wanted my children at those times. I had to go through this journey of healing that I'm still on. Sometimes we think we've healed from things, and then it'll be something that'll arise that sends you right back to feeling like square one. But that's a part of dwelling in the shadows. This journey broke me down to pieces at times. You have more than one awakening. And when I say that I was lost, I couldn't find peace, a lot of the church people would tell me to pray. Pray about it. Talk to God, talk to Jesus, whoever. Pray about it. And it'll give your heart and your mind peace. But that wasn't the case for me. That wasn't the case for me, y'all. I got no comfort from church. I really had to go within myself and break down the pieces of why I made some of the choices that I made afterwards. The trauma and the pain that I carried around with me at times made me react in not so righteous ways. Even still, that what's righteous to one person don't mean that it's righteous to the next. But even still, like, I battled. I battled a lot. And coming out of it now, or striving to come out of it now, I'm trying to be at peace completely with whatever is or isn't. Even though I know that I will overcome this as a woman, as a goddess. I didn't love myself enough, and I allowed things to happen to me that should have never happened, but I had to learn, and still learning the hard way. I had to forgive myself. The way I grew up in the church, I call it a Christian cult, because the church that I went to, if y'all watch any of my other videos, when I do sit downs and actually dig deep into what my religion and my faith was growing up as a child, not really having a choice, just, your parents, they adopt these beliefs and things like that. And I'm not going to say they were wrong, because I feel like whatever your spirit is led to, that's what you follow. And that's what they decided to follow, when I was a kid. So I don't blame anybody for anything. I just know that the way I was raised was very sheltered. And it was a lot of things that I had to learn on my own. Like, when I finally went out into the world, we didn't have a TV until I was like 11 or 12. So it's like a lot of things I wasn't able to see and experience. It was bigger than just like holidays, or wearing pants or nail polish or jewelry, or being able to listen to certain types of music, or being able to go to the beach, because we couldn't, because people was walking around half naked. Like, a lot of the kids would go to circuses and things like that growing up. We went to the circus one time that I remembered when I was a kid, and the church actually took us. They didn't take us to enjoy it and be entertained. We had to write an essay after the circus was over, and we had to write about everything that was worldly or of the world that people shouldn't have been doing. Basically teaching us to judge people already at a young age. I remember writing like the dancers, the girls, they had on short shorts and they was dancing to music that wasn't of God. And when I sit here and I think about, actually how my mind was being molded to think about other people that live different besides me, it makes me kind of sad, because nobody should be trying to judge anybody. You know how some people say, only God can judge me. A lot of people who say that are the main people who carry their Bible around every single day. They go to church, they pray for you, and then they go home. And they judge how you live your life, the choices you made, what type of clothes you wear, what type of music you listen to, the type of people you give your time and your energy to. That's why I distance myself from those belief systems. But I will say that the way that I came up, being an outcast, being the weirdo, being the girl that had to put shorts up under her skirt just to be able to be in PE class and play or at recess, it made me not want to judge people that are different than me, different race, whether you have a different belief, whether it was Jehovah Witness or Muslim or whatever it was, or whatever it still is. It really taught me not to judge other people just because they're different or they believe something different than you. So which leads me back to the trauma as far as my womb trauma, and like I'm not even gonna go into depth all the way about the womb trauma, because like I say, my past, I gave my body, my energy, my time to people who now, you know, I look back and they never deserved to even lay a finger on me. But that was part of the pain that I carried around inside of me. It made me feel unworthy of, it made me feel unworthy. It made me feel undeserving about certain things. It made me feel with humanity. I just want to give this message to any woman out here that has lost a child, or whether you never want children and people make you feel bad about it, or whether you're struggling, you really want children and you haven't been blessed with them yet, or whether the doctors tell you that this and that is wrong with your body. I'm sending all of my love, peace, love, and light to all of you, because I understand and I understand what you're dealing with on a personal level, on the level of being a female being, walking around the earth, and what people feel that we are supposed to do and what we haven't done, like we owe explanations to anyone. I'm sending you my love. Those nights where you laying down and you in your rest and you hear a baby crying and you jump up out of the bed because you're going to get your baby because your baby crying, but then you realize that there's no baby there. Other children, whether you had other children after you experienced the loss, and you loving on them and you're grateful that you have them, but you still feel a hole inside of you for the ones that didn't make it through. I'm sending you my love. And it's okay, y'all, to surrender at this moment with me. You know, I'm being completely open right now. It's okay. Surrender to this moment. Surrender to this moment and feel that with me. I know y'all can feel my energy through the screen. One thing that helped me a lot, though, was a saying that ours were too perfect for this earth. That gave me some sort of peace. Anytime that my tears came, my pillows were my tears more so than anybody. Even if I did share anything with somebody, as far as what I've been through, the amount of tears that my pillows have seen, felt, my soul crying. A lot of people who have these blessings already, they'll tell you, well, be glad you ain't got none, girl. That's extra money in your pocket. Or, you know, or you can go out whenever you want to. You don't got to find no babysitter. Or for the women who take it for granted, y'all go sit down and get out of my face. Or how many times, you know how many times I hear mama, mama, mommy, mommy a day? I'm sick of the word mommy. I'm not telling y'all not to feel those frustrations and those things that you go through. But the other side of that is a woman who wish that they can hear their child call them mommy in waking life and not in a dream. The other side of that is a woman that wish that she was aggravated and had to go to this practice, that game, this game, Chuck E. Cheese, first day of schools. The other side of all of that is those women who were supposed to be doing those things. But true indeed, everything is in divine order, divine timing, divine alignment. I might not ever talk about this again on my channel, or maybe I will have like a specific series geared to the women who have dealt with this type of pain and or still dealing with this type of pain, and you have people that are all up in your damn business. You know, I always say things like that actually are kind of personal. You know, you have women, you have some women who will say to other women, how many children you gonna have? Or why you ain't got no children? Or when you gonna start having some kids? You getting on up there in age, right? You better hurry up. You better get busy. When you gonna make your mama a grandmama? Honestly, it's a level of privacy when it comes to certain things. Because in all actuality, you really are asking another woman about what she's doing with her own yoni. You know what I'm saying? Like what's inside of her panties has anything to do with how your life goes from day to day. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to share like some of the things that I be working on when I dwell in the shadows. My apologies if this video was triggering for some of you. Some of y'all who don't necessarily care for me. You might still take this and try to use it as ammunition to try to hurt me. Or it's kind of sick if you do though. I just want to let you know that. But at the same time, I know it's those of you who can resonate with what I've shared. I know it's some of y'all who might not even have no idea or never cared about the issue. Why you haven't heard me talk about my children or even touch on anything of that nature. When I feel led to share certain things, I allow myself to do so. And my spirit was led to make this video today. And I feel a lot better. I actually got to get ready and go to work, but my stomach growling. I didn't eat anything. I actually been in the middle of filming a detox / what I eat in a healthy week sort of video. I didn't eat anything yet today. I don't even know if I will. But I do know that self-care and a lot of self-pampering is going to be in my future this evening when I get back home, because I just feel like I need it. But I just want to send y'all my love. And just know that you're not alone. If you don't have nobody else to talk to, or you feel like you're the only one that's dealing with these sorts of things, you're not, sis. The goal is to heal and to release and to forgive yourself. And that's what I'm striving to do. I forgave myself for the things that I didn't know. I forgave myself for not loving me the way I should have in my past. Striving to release in all aspects. It's a sore seed inside of me that I've been trying to release for quite some time. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's going to take time. The older I get, the more and more I learn new things about myself. Else's fault, you know, as far as just speaking as a whole, like when you got some sort of trauma and somebody unintentionally triggers you, it's about how we react to certain things too, because some people really don't mean no harm. You know what I'm saying? And they really don't know your pain. They don't know what you're dealing with inside. You end up projecting that energy onto them when they really didn't deserve it. So those are the types of things that we, and I say we because we're one, especially in this moment, those are the types of things that we have to strive to get better. That along with other things, but especially those things. Not projecting our traumas and pain onto others. Working on healing those parts of ourselves that feel like we have to react in those ways. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, family. Like I say, this evening it's gonna be a whole lot of self-care, a whole lot of self-love. I need it. I feel like it's supposed to rain today, but I feel like when I come back home, I might plant my seeds. Got some new seeds to put. I'm sowing a new garden. My spiritual garden. Laid down seeds a long time ago, and they've grown. And I'm receiving a lot of blessings. I manifested a lot of things into my life that I desired, you know. Always living in gratitude, but at the same time, still manifesting the life that I desire as a whole, while knowing that everything is in divine time, divine order, and divine alignment. I'm blessed. We are blessed, regardless of the things that we go through, because it could always be worse. I got 2 tomato plants and I got 2 cucumber plants, but I accidentally left those in the sun all day yesterday when I was working. So, I don't know if they're gonna make it, y'all, but the tomato plants are definitely thriving and they need to be repotted. And I also need to put down some of my other seeds. And that's what I feel like I'm gonna do today. I might show y'all, I might not. I might just let that be something that I have just for me. But I love y'all, and I'm sending y'all peace, love, and light. Not only today, but every day. And if you feel lost and alone, I'm wrapping my wings around you to cover you, to lift you up. I'm sending you all of the peace, all of the infinite love. I hope you can receive it, not just today, but every day. And so it is, and so mote it be forevermore. Ashe. Peace, family, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Wake up this morning, I like this feeling. Mangham best ready. I'm a sweet that you feel it. Match up fit it, yeah. Match up fit it. Iyon, fit it, iyon.